in Houston for the old Lions?
I think we set a school record for turnovers right there.
You go look. I'll leave that one to you.
What's incredible is we had 41 turnovers and we lost by 16.
That's pretty amazing.
You tell me we have 41 turnovers, we lose by at least 40. And, second half was a 3-point game. Came out, and even the first 5 minutes, we somehow played the third quarter even. 16-16, and then lose the fourth quarter by 3. And we knew, this is a Power 5 team. So anybody that just wanted us to come from D2 and run through our non-conference schedule is not being realistic. No. We knew we were going to have to come out here. We were going to have to fight. We were going to learn who we are. And that's what we're doing. We're learning who we are as we play against some high-level teams. This is a team that went to the WNIT last year. It's a team that's projected number 2 in their conference, in the American Conference. And so we saw some fight from our team. As much as we turned the ball over, we had a lot of good because we turned around in the second half. Our press was effective. We switched up some things we did with our press. We created some turnovers. We shot 20 free throws in the second half. And we almost made more free throws than they shot. And so, it's a team that's very athletic, that pressed, and we weren't effective in our press offense until late in the second half. And it's a learning opportunity. It's a learning opportunity in which I still think our team got better. And, we're not going to see too many teams that look like Houston that are going to get up and be able to run and jump like that. If they do, they're not going to be as long. They're not going to be as athletic. And I'm not saying some teams won't do that. We welcome it. But we're going to be better from today. And so I'm still proud of our fight. I thought other people were able to step up today. I love the play we got from Olivia Russell. I love the play we got from Mia Deck. I just thought some people were able to step up and shine in other ways, and it was good to see. It was good to see that we saw from Olivia Russell and Mia Deck what we thought we could see from them. In a game where it was kind of a down game for Carnell, who was in foul trouble. It was kind of a down game for Yanni, who was a little bit frustrated. But now we can see glimpses of when our team is all clicking on all cylinders, it's going to be a special team. And so I look forward to getting to the next game, learning from this, and growing.
Mia Deck, we noticed some of her play late in the game. She coming unflinching up the floor with a basketball and shielding that well. Now, she's had a little more experience against the elite teams because that year she had at New Orleans. No telling we'd have to dig that out, but, they probably played a schedule that was up for a Southland Conference club, just like you did in the D2 era.
Yeah, and I think she's somebody that's getting more comfortable, getting more confident in what she does, especially on the offensive side of things. That she did a good job of being aggressive in the second half, and I think that was part of it. We played too timid in the first half, and then we realized we got to be aggressive too. And normally when we're aggressive, great things happen for us. To come down here and shoot more free throws than Houston and have 41 possessions that just weren't there. Think about if we had only 20 turnovers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's a game where it's completely different, and we find ways to capitalize on the back end of the press. And so, live and we learn.
Indeed. Coach, tell me, and I have no idea, when you watch this game, are you going to watch it on the bus? Or are you going to watch it first by yourself?
No.
Make sure there's nothing too bad.
I'll watch it on the bus. I won't watch it. I won't make the team watch it right away, but I'll watch it on the iPad and get a chance to dissect some things. Obviously, there's things I could have done better as a coach, putting our team in probably made some of those adjustments earlier. I probably should have changed our press offense in the first quarter or end of the first quarter. Waited too long to do that. But still, you think you want to allow your players to make some plays and work on the things that we've did in practice, implement those in the game, and things just didn't work early on. And so we'll watch the film. I'll watch the film on the bus and take notes because you got a quick turnaround, right? Like we play SMU on Friday, and so you want to learn your mistakes from this. But I know my wife already texted me. She's like, Baylor played SMU and only won by 3 points, and so they're either Baylor's not as good as we think they are, or SMU's really good, and I think it's SMU's really good.
Well, everybody's full of good news for you tonight, aren't they? Oh, man.
Who made the schedule? I don't know who made the schedule.
I don't know. Somebody ought to write a letter. Coach, how about the performance of a couple of your newcomers, Jada Hood in the JUCO ranks before she gets with the Lions for this. And I know that they play physical ball in the JUCO.
Well, some things that don't show up on the stat sheet, right? Like I think Jada Hood took 2 charges. We had a couple other people that took some charges in the game, and those were huge plays. Like, we're just asking people to step up and take charges. And those are some of the things that we talked about on the board before the game is, let's see if we can take some charges. That'll help us to get to the bonus. That'll take away some of their key players if we can do that. And, I don't think we took any in the first half, but in the second half, we definitely took multiple charges. Actually, we may have taken one in the first half, but we took multiple in the second half. And those were just game-changing moments for us that swing momentum back our way. And Jada Hood is somebody that is a physical player that doesn't mind taking the hit, that doesn't mind, putting her body on the line to sacrifice for the team. And I thought she played well amongst. We missed her a few times. I was disappointed to see that when we're down, where we could have threw some lead passes to her, especially in the first half, up the floor where she was wide open, and that's a shot for her. Feet set, she can knock that down. There's a couple of times too in the second half where I thought we could have made one extra pass and hit her, but we're still learning. Especially some of our newbies, we're learning them, and they're learning us, and we'll continue to get better as the season goes on.
Well, Zaria Collins, another one of those newbies out of Northeastern State. Not sure, but what kind of a rugged non-conference schedule they played when they were on the floor.
Well, they had to play Commerce.
Yeah, they did. So she knew what playing up was like. But this is way up. Coach, how do you think she did? I thought she can be solid out there too.
There's no doubt, and we're forgetting that we have a key piece not playing, hadn't played this game, didn't play the previous game, in Simone James, but she's just another person that I thought, when we get to conference play and the bigs aren't as big as some of these Power 5 teams that we're playing against, her physicality and her aggression is really going to be rewarded at our level or in our conference play. And I think she's somebody that played really solid today, trying to bang with a big physical post, but did a good job in the press offense too late in the game. We just, like I said, we got to keep growing.
How encouraging second half did Layla Lawrence have, not just for the team, but for herself and her own confidence coming out of this game? All of her scoring done in the second half. What was the difference between of her play in the two halves?
Well, I think a lot of her scoring around the basket was dribble penetration that we were able to drop off to her, especially off the press. We, some high drag screens near half court that her man was chasing. We got to get her going downhill a little bit. And she was effective in our press offense in the second half, and so that was good. And she's so efficient around the basket. We got to do a better job of getting her the ball. It was just tough, like when we weren't crossing half court to get her the ball inside, and so we were able to do that in some transition situations in the second half that allowed her to kind of get in her comfort zone. And then when she's big and physical, I thought she got fouled a couple times that didn't get called, and so we're adjusting to playing against more bigs with size. Bigs with more athleticism, and as we make those adjustments, and some of that you saw what happened in the game, she was more comfortable in the second half than she was in the first half, and that's just with going against some of these people, and that has to happen for us to get comfortable. We're not going against that every day in practice. We don't have male practice players yet, and that's something that we'll work on getting that in the future. But yeah, she definitely got more comfortable in the second half.
Tell us a little bit about what's coming up on Friday. SMU will run over to Moody Coliseum and see the Mustang women like we did a year ago.
Yeah, I'll get a chance to. That'll probably be the other thing I do on the bus. I'll watch us. I'll watch Baylor as we ride back. But I did watch 2 of their games. I watched them play OU, and I watched their first game of the year. And they have 2 bigs that are really good. They got a nice 1-2 punch inside. And, we're going to have to do a really good job of forcing tough shots, being able to help down on them. They run really good stuff. They're well coached. I've seen them change up their defense. They'll do some man, but they'll really throw some zone. I've seen them zone a lot and be active in their zone. And so you go from a team that was pressing and up in us and trying to deny entries and trying to trap in the full court to a team that's going to play more defense in the half court but change up what they do. They're capable of switching ball screens or staying at home on the ball screens. They're just going to try to make you uncomfortable in the half court, and then they're going to execute, and we got to know where their shooters are. But I think this is a team. I think we are a team that defensively has been really good. When you think about it, we had 41 turnovers. That's 41 extra possessions, and this team only scored 71. Like, that's You have 41 turnovers. Those are like the games when we played non-Division ones, and we didn't even create 41 turnovers, but we're capitalizing on our turnovers and scoring. And we did a good job of still being able to play solid defense, even though we gave so many extra possessions.
Houston only ended up at 36.8%, 28 of 76. So
I mean,
there's some crazy
numbers.
Pendulum swings on this one.
You have 41 turnovers, but you hold a team to 36.8% from the field,
right.
and I don't know how that happened. So the thing was, we didn't quit. Like, we didn't stop playing. We continued to play hard. We tried to play through some mistakes, and they only scored 71 points. And so, we obviously we have to take care of the ball better. But I think we're a team that can guard at a high level. That's going to continue to get better defensively. That's really been a focus of ours right now is just finding out how to really guard at a high level and rebound. That was one thing we wanted to do, was win the rebounding battle, and we did. We gave up too many offensive rebounds, but still 53 rebounds to 50 in a game where they had so many more shots than us. I was proud to see that stat line right there, and so I'm finding silver linings. I'm finding ways. Like I wasn't discouraged on the bench. I was more frustrated at our turnovers, but sometimes you got to see some things and just grow from it. And this is something that we'll grow from, and we'll be better for it. But I know that we got a good team in that locker room in there, and I'm really happy with the group that we have, and we're just gonna get better.
All right, Coach. I'll try to do the same thing over here. Avi, June, nobody's better than June. He's already at that plateau.
All-American.
Yes, he is. All right, folks, that's going to do it. The final score here, 71-55. U of H gets the win over the Lion women. Coach, thanks for joining us afterwards.
Yep.
Beforehand, we always love to visit. Lion basketball was brought to you tonight by Fix and Feed, also by BMFB Concrete. Thanks, Bobby Bounds. And also from two Lion Hall of Honor inductees, Buddy Barnes and Sue Davis. From Houston, good night, everybody. We will talk to you again Friday night from Moody Coliseum at SMU.